Hello and welcome to another one of our videos where I'm going to show you a couple of interesting glute exercises that you can use. These are great for anyone with hip pain, back pain and or knee pain. Probably more specifically for back pain I'm looking at these in relation to how it works, but this is quite a simple exercise, but if I play it for you you'll get an idea of what we're going to do. So basically I've got a resistance band around my knees and I'm just moving very slowly in a sideways movement, which will definitely activate my glutes, but I'll show you in a second that this is very important for positioning. Now in this position here, from front on, what I'm trying to avoid is any rocking through my upper body. So I need like a huge amount of stiffness through here to prevent that. So it's very easy to get sloppy on this movement, and this sort of rocking side to side like that is basically what pinches the discs. If you were to sort of imagine there's my spine, it's really where I crush the discs from repetitive motion. So this is why this one's I'm sort of more talking about back pain in relation to that, to what this exercise is good for. So from side on, again you'll see this is where I need to have a good hip action, so I'm sort of moving into almost the deadlifting and squat position, and I need to make sure that I can maintain this. So this is where that hip has got to drive into an anterior tilt so I can keep my natural curve. So this is usually the first mistake we see with back pain, is that they don't actually do that. So regardless of what they're doing at the glute, they're going to definitely activate their glutes, but it's going to be at the expense of their discs in their back. So now I'm trying to create that good stiffness in my lower back and not move into a posterior tilt where my bum sucks under. So very subtle movements, trying not to rock around at all. And if you're looking carefully at my face, you'll see I'm really sort of tensing up quite a lot to create a bracing strategy. Alright, so obviously I'll move like a handful of steps one way and a handful of steps the other way. So you can sort of see here where my face, as I'm doing it, you'll see how much pressure I'm trying to create through my breathing. Alright, so a very good exercise, like I said, for back pain, just for the position that it's in. This is the position that usually creates the pain. So you're learning how to not lose your core to sort of create that really good tension around there, and at the same time getting glutes involved. Alright, so quite a nifty exercise, and one that you can use in your training. Again, endurance of this is probably the more difficult thing. You don't need more load on your back or anything, you just need to make it last a while. Okay, here's the second exercise I'm going to show you for glutes. Sort of like putting people into single leg stance, but it's a progression of the previous one where I'm in that sort of walking sideways. So basically I'm loading up into an isometric hold of a single leg squat with the band around my leg still. Now I've sort of got two different functions of the glutes here going on. This is deceptively hard, and trust me, and you'll see I've lost my balance there a little bit, but if I break it down for you, the two things going on is the moving leg, being this leg, the glute on this one's providing hip extension. Alright, so I'm getting good glute activation from that with hip extension. This is sort of similar to the running phase that you would see. The stance leg is actually the one that's working much harder. So this one is where I'm trying to maintain that beautiful alignment through here. So my glutes are sort of in an abduction and a stabilizing role to stop compression of the hip and stop me collapsing and falling out. Whenever I lose my balance, it's either going to be from my feet or from my hip. Either one of them has sort of lost their stability. So you can sort of see this is a great way to sort of encourage that nice sort of movement, and with the glutes being involved in two different roles, or actually three roles if you count compression as well. So from side on, again in all these positions, this is why this is very good for back pain, in all these positions I've got to make sure I keep that little curve. If I lose that curve and go in a posterior tilt, I'll create huge problems at my back. I'll still probably have the glutes involved, but now I'm going to actually have a problem with it. As opposed to doing a good thing for me, it'll do a bad thing for me. and you'll get to see if I turn around and show you the other leg, how that works with the band. You sort of get a better idea on this one. Yeah, and there you go, and there's my back sort of maintaining that nice neutral position. All right. So that's another nifty exercise you can use to help you in your training.